everyone, welcome to theCUBE studio here in Palo Alto. I'm John Furrier, host of theCUBE. We are here kicking off another episode of Google Cloud Marvel's series of leaders in the industry. We have Stephen Orban, VP in Migrations and ISVs and Marketplace at Google Cloud. Great to see you, Stephen. We got Diego Dugatkin, who's the Chief Product Officer at Box. Diego, great to see you and thanks for coming on theCUBE. Love your company, love what Box is doing. We've been following you guys since the startup days. So, again, continuing to go next level. Great to see you.
Yeah, thank you for hosting us.
So
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great to see you, Stephen, again. I mean, obviously the Marketplace, the Marvel series about the leaders in the Marketplace. Diego, you guys have had a partnership with Google. Box has been around. A lot of generative AI stuff going on right now. We're seeing a lot of Box action. Aaron's always on X sharing his opinion, but you guys are implementing a lot of cool generative AI stuff in practice. You guys have a perfect use case, great customer base. How are you guys doing in with your business and your partnership with Google? Take us through quick the value proposition, then we'll get into some of the Marketplace opportunities.
Well, great question. Box is a leader in intelligent content management, and we have a deep partnership with Google, including co-innovating on both Google Vertex AI and Gemini models. We've been collaborating on helping both what Google is doing, but also helping us accelerate our go-to-market with great innovation. Now, also, Box is deeply integrated across Google Cloud, including GCP, BigQuery, Chronicle, Vertex AI Search, and Google Workspace. So in many areas of Google, we collaborate.
I have to ask you, just because you're the chief product officer, you have the keys to the kingdom. You have to see the market and work on building. As you guys look at your business, it's really a perfect scenario for what you guys are doing with your customer base. How has the Gen AI wave changed your world? Because I think this is a great use case where you can move very quickly. We've had many leaders on Box on theCUBE. You've been working on this for a while. Take us through why it matters now for you guys.
It matters for so many reasons. First, we have more than an exabyte of content, 1,000 petabytes of content of really valuable information that virtually more than 70% of Fortune 500 companies keep with Box and many others. And in order to really extract intelligence from there, the use of AI brings paramount opportunities to really make more value out of that content. Now, Box can help fast track those document AI use cases for GCP customers. So we have both the technological and the business opportunity to collaborate on this together.
Stephen, weigh in on this because Google has been clearly consistent on the Marketplace, the co-selling, but the co-innovation is shining right now. Talk about that piece here, because with Box and a variety of customers, but specifically Box, they have all the data, right? You follow the data, you see where the AI value is. So talk about the co-innovation, that Marketplace and how you guys are connected there.
Yeah, that's right, John. I'd like to think of kind of the Box and the Google Cloud relationship a little bit like peanut butter and jelly. It just goes so well together. And in any way you kind of slice it, pun intended. I mean, from the very beginning of Google Cloud, we knew that we were going to need to have the world's best software and tools that our customers use on a day-to-day basis and have it work really well together with the tools they use from Google Cloud. So as Diego mentioned, Box is integrated in a number of different places, whether it's into our BigQuery engine, our Vertex engine, into our Workspace engine, and a lot of the stuff we've been doing of late around artificial intelligence, where Box is using some of our models in Vertex platform to help their customers classify things that are in their documents, summarize them so they don't have to read the whole thing. And a lot of that area, which is really getting a lot of customer momentum, has been really what's making this partnership differentiated. There's a lot of unique things that Box and Google are doing together that, frankly, customers can't get anywhere else. And it's only been now a little over a year since Box has been on our Marketplace, and they have a tremendous amount of momentum, where we've done a number of 6- and 7-figure deals on our Marketplace in the last couple of quarters alone. That is really sort of demonstrating not just Box's product market fit, but how much demand we have for customers who want to use it using the integrations that we've done together.
Diego, talk about the business value of the Marketplace. Everyone knows I'm kind of biased. I love Marketplaces because you meet the customer where they are. With the integration piece now, you got the back end with some of the big stuff that Google offers, BigQuery, et cetera. But you mentioned Fast Track too. That's a front end. So you got the two theaters kind of enabling more value. How are you guys thinking about the Marketplace from a go-to-market? And talk about that integration piece.
Like you, I'm very, very excited about this channel. It brings a ton of opportunities to do jointly, basically the reseller activation, global expansion to virtually every area and to basically build a pipeline together from a business perspective. And customers get the advantages of basically reducing procurement cycles. So it's much quicker, it's simpler to buy it through Google this way. And it includes the consolidated version of using Google Cloud Billing, purchased through Google Cloud Marketplace, but also provides customers with more options to bill against existing Google Cloud commitments, which helps reduce cost for customers. So thinking customers first, this is a win-win-win, and it's proving real. I mean, what Stephen just mentioned, we have many six-figure and even seven-figure deals, either done or coming up. So it's super exciting. We see a ton of acceleration.
Gotta love the revenue performance there, Stephen. 6, 7-figure deals. I mean, what's that look? What do those deals look like?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully Diego would agree. We're really working with Box to help them close larger deals faster and really shortening those procurement cycles. The one thing, Diego, he kind of touched on it very quickly, but I'd like to highlight maybe a little bit more is also the work we're doing together with resellers. And we added a capability to our marketplace back in Q2 of 2024, where a customer who prefers to transact through a reseller, either because they're consolidating some of their procurement down to fewer vendors, and they just know their business better, or because they're working with them as part of their Google Cloud relationship. And that's something that Box has really embraced as well and taken advantage of. And it's particularly valuable for ISVs like Box when they have other, international geographies where they might not have a lot of sellers on the ground yet, but there's resellers that have people who can help them get introduced to and close deals with customers. So super excited about, Box leaning in and that, and really they've pushed us a lot to make that feature better and more compelling as well.
So you have the global side covered, did you say? So how does that impact Box, Diego? What's that mean for you guys?
Well, I mean, we are already a global company, but this accelerates business everywhere. But also not only brings the opportunity to cover every geography, but also address technology in ways that are more appropriate or specific to use cases that might also be geographically unique. So this helps in every way. It accelerates business and accelerates development.
Talk about the product integrations, because with the cloud marketplace, you've got, obviously billing and procurement cycles are reducing, deals are bigger, which means that you get more action going on globally. What's the integrations look like? Can you share specifically some of those product integrations and some of the technology pieces that you both bring to the table? I'd be curious.
Yeah. So from a collaboration perspective, we're working in every area together: technology, services, and also sales. Now, from an AI product portfolio growth, we are working with Vertex and with Gemini models. We are also doing deep integrations with cloud in, I mentioned Vertex, Chronicle, Key Management, and Workspace. So all these areas all are coming together. And from a document AI use cases, we have metadata and metadata extraction, content insights. So multiple areas that we are accelerating at Box that can also benefit from these components from Google. Now, from the co-selling and co-marketing perspective, we mentioned that Marketplace is also very much active. But from a technology point, all these areas I mentioned are really moving faster. We're investing quite a bit in metadata extraction, and we see also an acceleration in app creation with Box apps. That is actually a brand new way to create no-code apps within the platform that need the metadata extraction that benefit from the technology components that Google provides as well. So fully integrating into our roadmap for all of this.
Stephen, talk about the integrations and some of the complexities that is solved with the better together message here. You mentioned data. I mean, data, when you start getting into this large scale, you got governance, you got all kinds of security challenges, but with you guys, take us through that value proposition. I think this is a key point, because certainly you see the value on the revenue side, get that.
It certainly is. And I think, look, Diego should speak more to this, but one of the reasons that we see a lot of customers choosing Box is because they have very strict regulatory requirements around governance and data lineage and who has access to what one, et cetera. And Box's platform does a wonderful job of creating that governance layer for customers to be able to not just enforce it, but audit it as well. And then when they take things like our Gemini models or integrate with our Vertex platform, they're also able to help customers do things like summarize a document or help a user find all of the contracts that meet a particular criteria very quickly using some of the search capabilities we have, and then summarizing, let's say, what the difference between all those documents are. So I think particularly in those sorts of use cases where a customer might be using Google Workspace for their mail, their sheets, their Drive, but also still doing it with Box, and then Box adding that capability where they have much higher levels of governance, summarization, search, etc., has really been a game changer for customers.
Diego, weigh in on the product side because I mean I can almost
Yeah,
imagine the complexity of or effort you'd have to hire against and deliver a roadmap against and build.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, the evolution that we went through, first being a place where you keep content in the cloud to then make it secure, compliant, and governable. Like Stephen was saying, Box is known to be the trusted partner that you know is going to keep your content compliant to virtually every regulation. At the same time, having governance where you can decide who can do what with the content from where at the same time of home and for what purpose is also a very important layer of what we have. But we continue to expand from being the place where you keep content and where you keep it secure and compliant and governable to also collaborate on that content and have multiple people participate. And then expanding, applying AI where you can extract intelligence and create workflows that basically are automated using AI and extracting content to then facilitate the process further. All of that is coming to play together. So the integration of the technologies that Google has to not only help us host and also accelerate the development, but compounded with the governance and compliance that Stephen was referring to, is accelerating the opportunity to extract value. So we're putting all of those into one single platform. Maybe another distinctive point is that we are very flexible and very integrated, so allowing the customer to basically work in ways that sometimes it's working directly with components that are within Box, sometimes are components from Google, but all seamless as one single integrated way.
It's a great example of what was cloud SaaS now, and also an end user experience. We're a customer of Box, we use it all the time, but it has to go everywhere. It can integrate into other cool user experiences and products where the customers are working where they are, and I see that clearly. Can you give some other customer proof points on where this is going? Can you share how customers are leveraging this today? Because I mean, obviously the user product is phenomenal, but then it starts getting integrated into the workflows you mentioned. That's a data thing, right? So take us through some examples.
Well, we have a great example on Jam City, basically a customer story that is super exciting. And we see this award-winning mobile entertainment company providing these unique but deeply engaging games that are appealing to everybody. But basically, they need to have the right content platform. And basically, they use Google Cloud Platform to basically have the perfect infrastructure compounded with the benefits of working with Box to really work with the content, have governance and compliance on it, and maintain it secure, and basically integrate with everything else they do. So it's a truly joint effort where we are basically are better working together. We have a genuinely better together story here that starts with the ability to integrate with Workspace and offer that all in one environment to Jam City.
Steve, talk about the deal. Was this come through the marketplace? Was it a big deal? Can you share the figures? Probably not, but it sounds like a big deal. One of those 6 or 7 figure deals. Take us through how this went down.
Well, I'll at least say it was a meaningful deal for Box and for Google to really help Jam City sort of take the best of both of our products, get them together into that peanut butter and jelly sandwich as we talked about, and really get a lot of value out of it. The one thing I would just add, look, because the integrations are so tight and the platforms work really well together, it is quite easy to sell and present to customers. But this Jam City example is one of many examples where also our sales teams are collaborating on a regular basis and sharing, what we know about the customer challenges and the pain points, and making sure that we're helping each other show up in the best way. And so we have relationships not just with Diego and his team, but also with their chief revenue officer and the sellers, and really making sure that we're working together on all of the accounts that we work with to make sure we show up together in the right way.
Diego, final question for you. How is the Google Marketplace relationship, both from a obviously accelerated go-to-market and then integration, changed how you do your job as a chief product officer? I can imagine that maybe changes the speed, what you do work on. What are some of the things that's changed in your world with some of these efficiencies?
Well, there is one dimension that sometimes is overlooked, but the people working from the Google side have been a delight to partner with. So we've been able to do things together fast and basically effectively. We solved the technical challenges that were sometimes part of the process of figuring out how to do integration, and so that's working well. We have expanded integrations in so many areas with GCP services. We have a ton running on GCP, but we have now key management. We've been able to have GCP Chronicle for security. We have connectors for Vertex AI search. So we continue to work in every area. The point that Stephen made is that it's not only a product partnership, it's a product and business partnership. So we're doing both, and both are moving fast and well. So it's also a moment to say thank you for everybody to being good partners.
Yeah, and the whole world is connected now. And so with data being the key ingredient for AI and generative AI, connected ecosystems are great. Stephen, just summarize this for us. What does this mean going forward as we look at the horizon? Multi-year deals coming out of these marketplace opportunities, technical integrations, that's value at the platform level, faster partner value and revenue and product success. As the world is accelerating now, we're seeing a lot more efficiency coming. You still got the infrastructure to work on, but the software is accelerating quickly. Quick view of what's coming down the pike.
Yeah, look, I would just say that while we have a lot of momentum and a lot of great integrations done already, the best is yet to come. And as with any great partnership, we continue to learn from each other and learn from our customers who are using the products together. And they often push us to do more and more together. So we have a pretty robust roadmap of more integrations we want to do, not just in the artificial intelligence space, but across analytics and storage and security, as Diego said, and a good pipeline of customers that we're going to continue to present that value proposition to, and continue to make that flywheel spin, and the partnership get stronger and stronger over time.
Yeah, you guys got good results. Diego, we'll let you have the last word. Your vision, Box, you got a great market for what you're doing as a product leader. You're the chief. You got the keys to the kingdom. What's your view of the next year or two?
The next year is amazing for Box. It's amazing for our customers. We are truly building intelligent content management at scale, where you can actually access the value of your content within the platform. We can only do it also with the right partners, which we're doing here with Google. So we are super excited about what's coming next. We have a number of releases we just announced, with a few more coming now in February and in the future as well. So this is super exciting for what the customers can do all in one integrated platform.
We've been seeing a lot of great results from you guys. Congratulations with all the great work, and more to come. A lot more value as Gen AI adoption continues to accelerate. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being part of this Marvel series. Diego, great to have you on. Stephen, great to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Thanks as always, John.
Okay, I'm John Furrier here at theCUBE. Thanks for watching.